All right, welcome to the house pod. What's this one? I'm here with.
Maori.
That's right. Otherwise known as.
No, well, it's a Mars, but
No, but like, what's your
Maori,
cool name though?
Maori, that's my cool name. But
Okay,
it's a
sure.
Mars. That's my name.
That's like me saying I'm Joshua, otherwise known as Jay.
Yeah.
I'm Turbo Podcaster 9000 here. Anyway, what are we gonna start this off with?
Well,
What's our first segment of the episode?
well, I just want to start off by saying, it's a beautiful Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? It was a long and successful
objectively
work day,
the best day of the week.
You know what I'm saying? Most definitely. And so I'm gonna give you guys a little introduction of myself.
All right.
My name is Amars, just like you said. Maori is my stage name. I'm originally from the Virgin Islands. Been out here in Orlando for about going on 6 years in October. So I'm an artist, songwriter, entertainer, engineer as well. And I'm here with my boy, man. He told me that he got a podcast and he be sharing valuable information with you guys, and also
I thought
every episode.
I thought it would be cool, like for this podcast specifically, to do like a meet and greet basically with the residents of this arrangement here, and the last episode, you got to have like a little one-on-one with that other guy. So now we're doing this guy, and everybody who wants to, which isn't going to be everybody, but everybody who wants to gets a turn, and then eventually we'll be doing different combinations with basically just whoever's like down at the time. What I'm feeling is just like capturing people in their natural habitats, basically.
Hell yeah, most definitely, man. He told me about the last guy y'all had, which was Phil, and Phil was going off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, Phil's my boy, man. Shout out to Phil. You know what I'm saying?
Wherever you are.
He's right in the background. In case you guys didn't know, my boy here, he's my roommate. You feel me?
His
So,
room's actually right next to mine. So we
it's
hear
crazy.
each other's music and stuff.
Yeah, just like Chris said, man, it's like we're competing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, maybe
he
that
plays
one
his
time.
music and I play mine. So
Yeah, that was just coincidental timing, but for the most part, I mean, I'm shredding on my guitar, trying to nail those heavy metal solos, and then this guy's just like putting his all into it with that soulful R&B, chill hop kind of stuff. Yeah.
Rap, dancehall,
So.
you know what I'm saying? All types of vibes. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
So you tell me, man, what's up, man? In this episode, what's your main focus?
Well, first of all, we got to think of like a title. Like
Yeah.
the last one, the one I did with Phil, he wanted to call it "Smoking a Pot of Coffee."
Smoking a pot of
So
coffee.
that is so like,
Mhm.
what's this one?
Well, this one we could talk about, culture, and talk about basically
Smoking a pot of culture.
smoking a pot of culture. If you want to call it that, that's cool
Are
too.
you
You feel me?
serious?
We'll rock with that. Slow roast.
It's the finest Colombian beans.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so we could rock with that. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Shit. I know you're the one who's interviewing me. You know what I'm saying? But my question towards you is like, how was your culture? Like, how did you grow up, man?
How's my culture?
And then you could go ahead and just ask me what you're gonna ask me.
Well, my pot of culture basically, the main ingredients in there we got. I mean, first of all, I'm white, so definitely feeling that Caucasian, DNA, that European, Central European ancestry. I'm a descendant of potato farmers and coal miners. So, and somehow there's a spark of creativity that like took off in there.
Yeah.
I guess maybe like my grandpappy used to like sing to himself while he was like chopping rocks or whatever.
I mean, you didn't have to go that deep, man. You feel me?
So now I'm taking that to
but
another
I'm saying
level.
like your immediate family, like how was that growing
My
up?
immediate
Like, where are
family.
you from?
Oh, well, I'm from Port St. Lucie,
Port
so
St.
that's
Lucie.
like 150 miles from Orlando. It's basically halfway between Orlando and Miami.
Okay.
So
I heard about it actually.
in
How
other
is it
words,
out
it's
there?
not close to anything. Like it's two
It's
and
like
a
a
half
little
hours
town.
from Orlando. It's 2.5 hours from Miami. It's 3 hours from Tampa. It's 4 hours from Jacksonville. It's 9 hours from Key West. It's 5 hours from Key Largo. It's 8 hours from
God damn,
Tallahassee.
you're telling me all
Exactly.
the hours
It's
in between
literally
different cities.
it's literally not close to anything.
Yeah,
So
no, it's terrible, man.
it's just some random part of Florida. But
butthole of Florida.
yeah, well, I mean, it used to be cool. Like when my parents moved there back in the '90s, it was like kind of desolate, and that was like their vibe for it. Is just a nice little quaint small town. But now the population's over 250,000, and get this, the population of Port St. Lucie is more than West Palm Beach, Gainesville, and even the state capital of Tallahassee.
That's crazy.
So,
I never knew that.
Yeah, but yet it still sucks though. It still has the aesthetic of a small town, but it's not.
Yeah.
So like the roads are not enough lanes, and there's like not enough like.
I used to live in Vero Beach, so.
Oh, Vero Beach. Well, there you go. Yeah, Vero Beach kind of still retained, like Vero Beach isn't as bad as like Port St. Lucie in terms of like the traffic and the overpopulation and all. Like especially like St. Lucie West. Like if you go to St. Lucie West Boulevard, man.
Dispensary, pick up my
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But,
yeah, man. Like I heard about it, but I never really like knew what it was about. I never knew what kind of kind of shit goes on. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it does have an underground scene. You know, I definitely know people that are like involved in the sort of like underbelly of Port St. Lucie, but it pales in comparison to Orlando, though. It's 1% of the underground network. You know,
Okay.
like the thing there. There's like maybe like 10 or 20 people in Port St. Lucie involved in whatever, and then in Orlando it's like 10% of the population. You know.
Yeah, most
And so
definitely.
it's like, which is
Okay,
like.
so like, would you say it's like predominantly white? Like, is it like multicultural?
It's a little bit more of a melting pot. For example, there's a lot more Hispanic people there now because they're like migrating up from Miami. They get into Fort Lauderdale, and then they went to
Yeah.
Boca Raton, and then they went to West Palm Beach, and then like they're
Yeah.
I'm more
they
Central
keep
Americans
going up.
there, though.
in Port St. Lucie.
Yeah, in that area. At work, because of work, different other jobs.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what nationalities, so I just say Hispanic to
Yeah,
err on
yeah.
the side of caution.
Yeah, Hispanic
But,
is
it's the
many
same,
things,
so
man.
Yeah,
Many
it's like an
things.
umbrella term basically. So
Definitely.
it's like saying white. It's like what does that mean? Like,
Yeah,
what kind
yeah,
of white?
like
You mean,
Italian,
like Irish, or
yeah,
like
Irish. Yeah.
French, or
Yeah, I'm definitely hip.
But yeah, so but when I was growing up, it was mostly just like black and white, and they're like every once in a while there'd be like someone Hispanic or Asian or whatever, but it's mostly just like simple, like traditional
Most definitely.
American. Yeah, because it is suburban, and then I came to the city, Orlando, and I was like, whoa, there's like all nationalities, like people from
Yeah.
all over the world here. We got like here's someone from Denmark or Sweden or whatever, or like
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
like Australia or South Africa or like somewhere I didn't even think of.
Yeah. Shit. Well, what would you say like out there? Like how was the music scene? Like people do rock music out there?
No,
what's
it
the
was
difference?
very basic. There were like a few local musicians. I pretty much knew all the local musicians there because like if you're a musician, you're kind of like obligated. If you're a musician in a small town, then you're kind of like obligated to know all the other local musicians.
Yeah.
Because there's not many. There was only like 15 or 20 total, and I knew most of them personally. But the kind of music they make is very like, I call it Florida music. Because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
kind of like the things you'd expect, like it's like for old people basically when they come
Yeah.
down there to retire or whatever to visit. It's just like beach music or like
Yeah.
things like that where it's very like all the like people like over the age of 25 are just making music that's like easy listening, like acoustic music, and then any musicians under 25 are just making like rap music or electronic or something, but like nothing like too out of the box, just pretty like generic stuff that you would expect.
Most definitely. You
But
just put
obviously
me onto
Orlando
that.
has a
Yeah.
lot more variety.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
terms of
Orlando has everything,
the local
but
entertainment
Yeah,
scene.
but I feel like Orlando is still finding itself with the hip hop music because they have a few artists that have, like Hot Boy, like Glock 9, like probably like 2-3 artists that actually started to like blow up, and like it does definitely sound like it's out of Florida, but it's like, you know, you go to Miami, like, you know for a fact that it's from Miami.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But if you hear these artists, you wouldn't know they're from Orlando. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think Tampa actually is something kind of similar. Like, it's kind of halfway between Miami and Orlando in that in some instances you can kind of tell that it's got a Tampa sound, but then in other ways it's kind of like always morphing to like Orlando. I think Tampa's
Yeah.
a very interesting
See,
city.
I'm not really aware of any Tampa artists. I could name a few Orlando artists that I know are actually like blowing up or, you know,
Yeah.
rising, and Miami, but I wouldn't really say that I know any Tampa artists. And I know for a fact, like Jacksonville, they got some hot artists that are
Yeah.
blowing up too.
Well, Jacksonville actually has a higher population than Miami.
Okay.
So it's Florida's most populated city.
Mhm.
So, and also the largest by area. So, you know, you'd kind of expect like something from
Yeah,
there, but yet
definitely
everybody
is.
just talks about Miami and Orlando. Not many people talk about Jacksonville. I don't
Yeah,
understand
but
why.
Jacksonville is popping too. They got some hot artists that are coming out of there too, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's most definitely a thing. Man. So,
But since Jacksonville's like in the corner of the state, though, it's not really close to anything else.
yeah, that's
So
just, like,
unless you
way
live
up
there,
bro.
you'd never really go there. You know. So
Yeah.
I've actually never really spent like a day in Jacksonville to say. I've only ever driven through it on road trips.
Neither have I, man. Like, I ain't
So-
got like shit. I ain't got shit to be doing like up there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no business up there, man. Feel
Yeah.
me?
I
Shit.
drove through it to get up to Virginia.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah. Exactly.
Jacksonville.
How long was that?
Go to
Jacksonville.
Busch Gardens,
Yeah.
Williamsburg, right?
From where I was driving from,
Mm.
how many hours? I was driving from Fort Lauderdale, so that was
Oh,
like
shit, man, that's
13
deep.
That'd be like 16, 13. Yeah.
14,
To Virginia?
What part of Virginia, though?
Richmond.
Oh,
Richmond.
okay.
But I had my girls with me, so I had to stop.
Oh.
Stop.
How do you like Richmond?
I don't.
You know, like Richmond. I know some people that are up there.
Yeah, I actually knew someone from Richmond. I got a little bit of exposure to their sort of underground network. too.
Downtown Richmond is more college now, more
Yeah.
university. So. I mean, it's a cool place, but
Cause I've been
it
to
is
like
now.
Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, and then Kings Dominion in Doswell, which is like 15 miles
Wait,
from
wait.
Richmond.
Busch Gardens is up there in Virginia?
Yeah, that's
Busch
actually the
Gardens?
original Busch Gardens.
Oh.
It was in Williamsburg, Virginia, and then they opened a Florida location in Tampa.
Yeah, I'm
So,
aware of that. The one in
Yeah,
Tampa.
but the Williamsburg one's way better.
Oh,
So
shit. I'm not, I haven't been there either, so.
yeah, I
That's crazy, though.
until recently I haven't like gone like to any tourist destinations outside of the state really.
Yeah.
And then it's only like the past year or so like I've gotten to traveling, and I've gotten to Six Flags over Georgia and Atlanta, and then Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey, and Hershey
Fire.
Park in
I
Pennsylvania.
haven't been to no type of like amusement parks. I haven't been to like, bruh, to
Yeah,
like
you
to
live
name.
in the
I haven't been to
amusement park, yeah.
none of them, bruh. Like
You
I
go
haven't,
you
I
go to
haven't been to
amusement parks?
Disney. My fucking childhood is spoiled, dog. Like it's terrible. You know what I'm saying?
You haven't been to
It's a
Disney?
disaster. Like I haven't. No, I haven't been to
Wow.
Disney, Universal.
Whoa, you haven't been
None
to
of that
Universal?
shit. Like
Oh,
my
man.
childhood.
Dude,
was
I
You
could have
gotta
hooked you
go
up
to
with the
Universal.
comp
You gotta
tickets,
go to
man.
university.
I'm not gonna say it's fucked up because I had a great childhood back in the Virgin Islands. You feel me?
Yeah.
But
It's like
coming
15
out, like,
minutes away, dude.
Like I just never had the opportunity to like come out here and like actually go to amusement parks like other
You go to
kids, you know
Fun
what I'm saying?
Spot at least?
Never.
Because that, like,
And I don't
a day,
even like rides like
a
that,
day
bro.
pass is $60, and an annual
All we gotta
pass
do
is
is go in,
$80.
get refillable beers, and eat something, and then just keep rolling.
Yeah.
It's fun. Universal's fun as shit.
Well, the refillable beers, you only get $2 off, so it's still overpriced.
Mhm.
Instead
Yeah,
of
it's
$12,
overpriced.
it's $10. But at Fun Spot, the beer is $6, and then the refills are $2.50.
Ooh.
So you get a pint of beer for $2.50. That's not
This
bad.
is only in the
That's
inner
only
circle
like double
for
the
Universal Studios.
See, y'all know what's up,
Yeah,
man.
so Fun Spot, like a
I'm not
churro
hip
at
to
Fun
that,
Spot's
man.
$3. Same size churro, Universal $7.
Yeah, I'm not hip to that.
So, how close is Fun Spot to Universal?
It's like across the street, the
Yeah.
Orlando one.
Oh yeah.
That's why I would go
Fun
there
Spot
after
is,
work.
Yeah, it's by Orlando. I mean, by Universal.
You gotta at
I
least go on
forgot.
Sky Coaster though, because there's free
Sky
parking and
Coaster?
free admission. so you can like walk around without paying for anything.
Mhm.
But Sky Coaster's not included in the wristband anyway, so you might as well just go on it. It's like $20, and you know what it is? It's like skydiving. It's
Yeah.
like 300 feet. You know, like
Nah,
like a
that's the first
bird.
time I heard of that, man.
Yeah,
That's dope as
they got the
fuck.
slingshot too.
Bro,
and
I'm not
then-
going on none of that. I'm sorry, man. I just can't. I'm weak when it comes
Shit
to like
that white
rides and
people
shit.
do. Sorry.
What?
That's fun. No, I'm not gonna lie.
Every
Y'all-
time I go
y'all be
there,
going
it's a
crazy
cultural
though.
melting
Like,
pot.
Y'all be going crazy with the rides, bro.
You don't see on any.
I can't.
I'm sorry,
I'm
but you
such
don't
a
see
bitch.
on any of our bucket list going. I want to jump out of plane, but before I die, I want to. I don't want to do none of that shit, yo.
Well, you're white.
No, he's Puerto Rican.
Yeah. Tomato, you're light skinned.
Yeah. Doesn't make me white. But either way.
Yeah.
Either way, nah. Latino, Taino descent. All the way through.
Yeah, bro. I have never
Anyway.
in my life been to any of that shit, man. Like, bro, I
Where's
vomited
the most
while being on a Ferris wheel. You know what
Oh
I'm
no,
saying?
you gotta go there.
Well, Ferris wheels are pretty rough. I'll fault you on that. But like slingshot, sky coaster, it's easy.
Yeah.
You know,
A
the Ferris wheel, those will
is
get you.
rough, but
No, but the one I was on, it was going,
Slingshot.
it was going fast, bro.
Yeah,
Because you know, certain
those are
Ferris
fast,
wheels they
bro.
go slow as shit. Bro, the one I was on was like,
I miss those old
Bro,
fashioned
the
ones
the
though, where like
old-fashioned
it's
ones
not
that
a
they
gondola
did
where it's just a
always-
strap that they put you over and your feet are dangling. Like that's where it's really at. And sometimes they rock it back and forth to make you think it's
Did
breaking.
you just see that boy fall from whatever Orlando park?
Tyree, yeah, the drop
that,
tower.
That was sad.
That's
that
not
was
a
sad.
Ferris wheel though.
Either way.
If it was a Ferris wheel, he would have fell like
either way,
800
feet
feet.
dangling, all that shit ain't happening.
Bro, that was sad.
That's
bro.
a-
They-
that's
they-
just
they-
because
metal.
It's because of the
Yeah, they
design
were
of the
saying it
seat.
wasn't
There's
put
no
on correctly. He didn't
seatbelt.
put it on right. That's what it was
If there
saying.
was a seatbelt in the center, then that'd be physically impossible. So
Yeah.
like every other ride has that. So I just don't understand. You know.
And then,
Aren't they supposed to check those?
yeah, supposedly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they have.
That's gonna be a big lawsuit.
Yeah.
It is.
Most definitely gonna be a big lawsuit. I can tell you that. Bro.
Because the checker's supposed to check it.
They
Well,
were saying
yeah,
it did.
the ride's
They were
not
saying it
supposed
did.
to be able to start unless all the lights are green.
Yeah, they were saying
like
he
it
did
should
check it
hold up the
supposedly.
ride if there's a red light. You know, so
There
that's
you
clearly
go.
an issue.
There you go. There's an issue. There should be a fucking red light that stops up.
Man, that was sad, guys. That was
But
Giving
it's
our
still-
theme
it's
park
still
some
1 in a million,
interesting
though.
Facts here.
I still maintain that you're more likely to die on your way to the park than you are at the park. You know, rides are all in all very, very safe. Your chances of death or injury on an amusement ride are 0.0001. You know,
Just like your chances of getting hit by lightning.
you actually have a higher chance of getting struck by lightning than you do of dying or being injured on an amusement ride.
Oh.
So,
How about getting bit
I
by a
agree.
shark?
big bad shark.
it's you're more likely to get bit by a
Oh.
shark, I would say.
Shit, yeah, I would probably say that. too.
Depends what you're doing. If you're playing volleyball in the ocean, then yeah, probably.
All right then. It's a done
Yeah,
deal.
man.
We're taking you on a ride.
I don't know, man.
We'll all go. We'll take a house.
By the way, guys,
field
I'm a
trip.
little bitch when it comes to rides. You know what I'm saying? I can't.
Are you, like, scared of heights
Just
or something?
FYI, you know what I'm saying?
You go on roller
Nah,
coasters at least?
No, I've never
I
been
don't
on a
do
roller
roller
coaster.
coasters.
And I'm never
Oh,
going on a
why?
roller coaster.
Because
bro.
of my bag.
No roller
I got a
coasters.
bad
There's
back,
so
too.
many roller
And a bad
coasters
neck.
though. I've been on 78 roller coasters.
I've
They're all
never gone on a
different.
roller
That
coaster.
explains a
Fuck
lot.
that.
No.
Fuck that.
78 roller
I have
coasters
a
in
bad-
7
yeah, I fucked
states.
up my back. But,
But
it
actually,
was an accident.
34 of them were here in Florida. Florida has the most roller coasters.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But
And I'm never going on not even one of them, dog.
now, the only reason why I don't do it is because the last time I've been on one, it was in Busch Gardens. They had this one that straps over.
Which one, Tampa or Williamsburg?
It's Williamsburg.
Mhm.
And it took you on a ride like this, sort of like the Superman in Six Flags or whatever they have there. They had the Superman, but anyway, your legs flew out, my hands were flying out, everything was fine, it was safe. But I tell you what, bro, my whole fucking back, I needed at least 60 chiropractor visits after that one.
Well, which ride are you talking
What the
about?
fuck?
Alpengeist or Tempesto or like? I mean, first of all, how long ago was it? Because that'll give me a gauge on what was even around
About
at
2
the time.
years ago.
Oh, okay. So pretty much everything they have now.
Yep.
Yeah, that wasn't long ago.
All those chariots for Bolton, Tempesto, Griffin. Alpengeist.
What kind of name is that, brother?
It's Italian.
Alphageist.
Alpengeist is German.
Oh,
Like verboten, which means forbidden.
okay.
Achtung.
Shit.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Yeah, I don't know none of that
I
shit.
love German because like everything sounds like super serious and important, and like whenever you speak German you always sound like angry, so you can like, one of my favorite things to do is like point to the sky and then say in German, "It's such a beautiful day," and everybody thinks I'm like wishing the wrath of God on them or something. You know, because it's like, it just sounds so aggressive. You can
Russian
compliment
too,
someone
Russian
in
too.
German and they'll be like, "Whoa,
Russian
calm
too.
down." Yeah.
And the Russian accent. That shit
Yeah.
sounds dangerous as fuck.
Well, the Russian accent just kind of sounds more like, you know, sinister evil. You know, it's more like villainous. The German accent just kind of sounds more like an angry, like, military sergeant or something, you know, or like an angry, confused man. Because the words themselves are kind of ridiculous, like, you know, Strupenwaffel or something.
Strupenwaffel.
Strupenwaffel. You know, die Fenster, you know, schnell, schlecht, schneien. So it's like, it's kind of nonsensical,
No,
but it's also
Arabic
very
sounds crazy
legit.
too.
What does Arabic?
Yeah, it sounds dangerous.
I don't know any Arabic.
Sounds dangerous.
Yeah, they sound like they gonna.
They gonna fuck shit up.
They
No offense towards my Arabic people. That's not what. It's not intended in any type of racial way. But we're just comparing, like, you know, accents and languages. This is the type of shit you be doing on your podcast, bro.
Yeah,
You gotta make sure you zoom into that.
we're
clip.
21 minutes in. We gotta get at least one in there.
So typically how long are your podcasts?
About average length, maybe like an hour or so. But it really depends on the flow. If we got a lot to say or not, you know. Because if I can tell it's kind of dragging, then we'll put it out of its misery, you know, to put it bluntly. But if it's really
How long
going
was
good.
Phil's podcast?
Phil's was like 42 minutes.
That's
only because he got distracted.
Tempesto.
Tempesto, yeah.
You said
Yeah,
Greg,
that one's
so-
a little
fucked
rough.
up. Yeah.
The restraints are so uncomfortable. That's the problem with that
It's
one.
just
And it's too short of a ride to be worth it.
I've had 3 accidents in my back, so I
Fuck,
just
man.
was like, no.
You gotta thank God that you're okay, man.
Yeah, I like them, but I just want.
I mean, I like all the
You're
coasters
lucky.
there, but Tempesto is probably my least favorite just because of, like, it's so short, and then it's also a long line because
Is
the only one
it
on the track.
cervical affected?
And then,
Huh?
Is it cervical affected?
Yeah. So my
Same
lower
here.
back, my upper back, like right here, my neck.
Your
side,
nerves are bad too,
My
huh?
nerves are bad. So
Pinch your nerves, pinch the nerves. I got that too, man.
So I don't do those.
I just got on Pantheon, though, their brand new roller coaster. I was there for the VIP pre-opening party.
I was
And
there.
it was awesome. That's
Pantheon
one
is
of my
a-
favorite roller coasters. It's
I
a
like the
record
water
setter.
rides though.
And I'm just here forever boring because I'll never get on a fucking roller coaster. Y'all have fun.
You gotta get on a water ride.
Good luck.
You gotta go on the water
On a
rides.
water ride? I'd probably get on a water
Yeah.
ride. Just not
Go
a
to
roller
like
coaster.
Volcano Bay. They got a
Yeah.
water coaster.
I'd go on that,
We'll break
definitely.
you into that. That'll be your introduction to roller coasters. It's got a little chain lift, a little
I
drive.
don't
you
think
know,
I'll be
like the
convinced
log.
there. I don't think I'll be convinced there.
and then we'll take you on like Woody Woodpecker's Nut House coaster. Or
I don't know what it
something.
is, man. It's just like I get really
Take you on like the
nauseous.
Sesame Street Grover's Fun Train or something. It's got like a little 30-foot drop.
Don't do that.
You know?
Don't do that. It's not that. That's probably the funniest thing you said so far on the podcast.
I mean, you gotta start somewhere, you know. Sesame Street Forest
No,
of Fun,
Sesame Street.
Forest of Fear for Halloween Horror Nights.
I've never been to that either.
Are you
I've
scared
had
of like
opportun-
horror? You scared of like haunted houses?
Yeah, but I have
Yeah, yeah.
PTSD. I'll be real, I have PTSD, bro.
Oh, from what?
It's just past
Time-
traumatic experiences in the past.
By a time that like a clown jump scared you or something?
Nah, it's just my environment, bro. Like, I grew up rough.
Alright.
I come from a rough place.
Your life is a haunted house.
Bro. Nah, I
Your
wouldn't say
soul
my
is a
life
haunted
is.
house.
No, I wouldn't.
I just gave you your song idea.
I've just been in dangerous situations, and I've had dangerous things around me. You know what I'm saying? And
Fair enough.
also, like, how I grew up, like, in my household. Like, I feel like as a kid, like, that's where a lot of my anxiety comes from. to it. It's just violence. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we've all grown up a certain way. Who's that?
You hear them talking and they're like, we're doing a podcast or something. He's trying to come out here to have a smoke. He's like, oh, what? Is the camera out there? It's like, inside. Where you going, man?
I'm hungry as shit, guys. Don't be surprised if I walk
What
out.
are
and
your
make myself
favorite
something to eat.
foods?
My favorite foods?
Yeah. That's another thing, too. This guy's
I would
also a
definitely-
chef. He's Maui Ramsey.
I got my days, you know
Chef.
what I'm saying? I
I've
got
seen
my
this
days,
man
I
in
get
the
lazy
kitchen.
as
I've
fuck,
eaten
and I
his
just want to get fat. I
plantains.
just want to get out of shape, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just lay back and then
You make
shit.
plantains
But-
delicious.
Appreciate that, man. That's
And like
love.
rice.
Hey, y'all gotta
and,
try
like,
some too. I'm
Any,
not
like any boring food, like whatever your least favorite food is, just send it to this guy and he will find a way to make it fun and delicious.
most definitely. I'll have to fuck around and then have like a little food truck, you know what I mean, set up in Pine Hills and get y'all right, man. If it is,
They do have a few food trucks around here.
you said what?
Like they do have a few food trucks around here.
Oh, yeah?
Like, there's
Which
one
one?
at like Silver Star and Powers.
Oh yeah.
And then there's one like
they
north
do
of
have
here
a few
at like
actually. I just don't really see them
North
like
Street, I think. And like
that. Oh yeah, I
Pine
saw a
Road
few.
by like 441.
And they're definitely Caribbean ones, you know, because this
Yeah,
is a very
yeah.
like Caribbean.
There's like
oriented.
Jamaican and like Haitian and stuff.
Have you
like
tried
that.
our foods before?
Not from the food truck. See, there was a thing in Port St. Lucie called Food Truck Invasion. It's
Mhm.
twice a month where they have like a bunch of different food trucks. It's kind of similar to what they have here. And so I would go to that and get stuff there. And then in Orlando, when I was living in Metro West, they had the Metro West it's like food trucks like the last Thursday of every month. But I went looking for it one time and I actually couldn't find it.
Mhm.
So I gave up and I never went to it.
Crazy
So,
thing is, I always pass Metro West, like you know,
yeah.
like coming from around Universal side.
You're going, you go on
Yeah.
Hiawassee Road, you know, like all the
Yeah.
way, and you pass. But
I
it's like a
always pass
different
that shit.
world, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely like touristy.
I wouldn't say
Understand?
that. I think like International Drive is more touristy,
Mm.
you know, and like that part of things. But then once you get to like Kirkman or Hiawassee, it's like it's more for the locals, but it's for the rich locals,
Yeah,
you know, like Hiawassee Road and stuff like that. The Metro West area, it's like it's a little, you know, over the top ritzy, but that's just because it's expensive, you know, not necessarily because it's for tourists. How you know that it's a tourist area is if there's billboards in Spanish. Usually,
yeah.
so.
And then you have the personal injury lawyer billboard. and
Yep,
shit.
yep. Oh, what?
Technical difficulties, guys.
We could just
Hold
do
on.
the rest handheld.
Oh hell no! It's not a problem. You just fix it again, but you just don't.
I mean, we
fix
can
it.
just have it do like a slow rotation kind of settings.
It does that.
It
It
goes
does
like
that. But you gotta use
clockwise.
the app though. It has an app that comes with the. Yeah, but yeah, it has an app like DJI Mimo or Gizmo or some shit like that. That's connected to the stabilizer and then it automatically spins it. Crazy.
So I just love that idea. Like while we're talking, it's just like
That's
it
some high
comes
shit.
in and out of focus.
That's some high shit right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, most of my content is like for stoners, basically.
Oh, yeah?
It's just like
You don't be smoking like in your content and shit. Like you don't be rolling
not
up
in
and,
not in my
talking.
content. No, I have been high for the making of a few of my videos, but for the most part, that's just like my brain. That's
Yeah.
just, I have like a hyperactive kind of sense of humor. I like things like the Eric Andre show, for example, or
The-
like
the Eric
Impractical
Andre?
Joker. You never heard of Eric Andre?
Eric Andre, no.
Oh man, you're
Who's that?
missing out. You got to look him up. He has his own
Eric
show,
Andre.
the Eric Andre Show. He did 5 seasons, and then he does like stand up and a lot of like he's featured in a lot of other things too.
I'm gonna check him out though.
But yeah, just that kind of stuff. That's just like just sort of like just hyperactivity and just like you know relentless like social
Oh,
stuff. Yeah,
I'll be real with you.
You've probably seen at least memes
And
of
I'm,
it.
and I'm gonna be very careful with how I say things, cause again, I gotta be careful, especially on camera and shit. Like, bro, I'm not homophobic, but there was this Netflix like show that he was on, or a movie or some shit, and then this man kissed a guy, bro. I was like, what the fuck? And I stopped watching the show right after that.
Well, he's
It
not
was a
gay
funny
though.
ass
He just
show.
does.
It
He
was a
just
funny
does.
show. Like I enjoyed it. Like it was different. There was another black guy who was in it.
Hannibal Buress.
Yeah.
he's great, too.
It's a show on Netflix. You know what I'm talking about, right?
On Netflix?
Yeah, he was on it. He was on that show.
It could be a number of things. I don't know.
And then out of nowhere, dude, this guy held a guy and then did some shit. Like, fuck.
Well, there's a lot of there's a lot of
yeah.
there's a lot of male nudity in the Eric Andre show too, but it's not like it's not for any
It takes a lot
particular
to
reason
to
though.
kiss a guy on television. Dude.
What, you're saying you wouldn't?
No, hell no.
What?
Kiss a guy.
Not even for TV?
No,
Not even for money?
not even for
You don't
money.
have a price?
No,
everybody has a price,
I'm gonna be
dude.
rich and make my own money. I don't bro, I don't do anything for
It's
money.
easy though. It's easy money.
Hell no, I don't think like that, bro. I don't do anything for money, bro. There's people out here that do anything for money. I don't, bro. I know my value. Because I know I'm gonna make money eventually, and I'm gonna make a lot too, without having to do shit that's against my morality and things
Well,
that,
would
that
you rather-
I don't like.
Would
know
you
what I'm
rather
saying?
kiss a guy or be kissed by a guy?
I do either. Neither.
Neither here.
Neither, bro. I would never kiss
What's
my
what's
wife,
your
bro.
price, Manny?
Bombay,
You
bye,
got
bye,
a
bye,
price.
boy.
You got a price.
It looks like
I
you
would.
will though. It's like you're
I never
asking
said
for
that.
shit.
I never said that.
Well,
This
Yeah,
is,
but you know,
These
who you
motherfuckers-
asking?
these are unproved rumors.
Yeah,
These
but
are
it's the way
unfounded
you're
claims.
asking us though.
Anyway, so yeah, let's. What were we talking about? Food?
Well, shit, man. Yeah, bro. Like
You like empanadas?
anything
enchiladas?
anything Caribbean, man. I like. Let me
Pineapples?
not just say like Caribbean food, bro. I love Mexican food. I love African food.
Define
American
African
food, bro. I love burgers and
What's-
shit too,
what's
like
African
fries and
food?
shit. African food like jollof rice, that's Nigerian food. I haven't had a lot of African food, but I know some African folks like Nigerians. I know some people from Congo.
Guyana. That's a big one.
No, Guyana. That's in South America.
What?
Yeah, that's in South America.
I thought that was by like.
Guyana's a South American country.
Okay.
Yeah, bro,
Brazil.
and the
That's a big
Caribbean.
African one.
Damn, bro, you want to disrespect people like that, bro? Don't do that. A lot of Brazilians don't come for you, bro. Don't let a Brazilian cut you out here.
I'm just
Orlando.
uneducated.
Yo, they have a big community out here too. Brazilians.
Oh yeah.
Don't let them catch you, bro.
For sure.
They gonna fuck you up if they see this, bro.
I tried to like speak Spanish to them and like,
No,
Portuguese.
They don't speak Spanish.
Yeah, like okay.
Some words are similar, but it's not. It's
Yeah.
not the same at all.
Well, Italian too is kind of similar.
Italian.
But
Yeah.
Italian's
few
about
words.
as similar to Spanish
few
as
words.
Portuguese is.
Italian's more
Few
closer
words.
to Latin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, we all derive from Latin.
Yeah.
Spanish, Portuguese, French.
And then the
Italian.
Spaniard, Castilian Spanish.
Yeah. Castellano. They when they speak Spanish, they
España.
sound tight tongue. They be like.
They put a to the Z.
Yeah, la cosa. They sound really tight tongue when they speak Spanish, but that's the proper way. Well, that's the original Spanish. From
I
Spain.
basically got it all except one of the most important things, which is rolling the R's, because I feel like you kind of have to be a native to be able to do that. You know, it's very difficult
Yeah,
to learn.
for some people.
Say arroz.
Say.
Arroz.
Yeah, well, you tried. It was
Arroz.
almost there. Arroz. Arroz.
Arroz.
Arroz. Arroz.
Rojo.
Arroz. It's hard, huh? Yeah, it's really a challenge, man, for some
Yeah.
people. Just practice.
That's how you know. It took me a long time to learn how to snap my fingers too.
Mm.
I finally got it though. One thing I can't do, believe it or not, whistle. Still can't
God
whistle.
damn, bro.
It never came in.
Damn, bro. So your dad like never taught you those things, like
No, you try it, but
'cause, you
it's
know,
either there or it's not.
the traditional
you
dad,
know.
you know, they be whistling, man.
my
grandfather
dad
was some
never
shit.
took me fishing either, so
Or
there's
the grandfather.
Talking about the traditional dad be walking around talking about whistle while you work. He be like,
What?
Or the grandfather, someone's uncle or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
watching Kill Bill.
Yeah,
So-
that'll probably teach you.
What do you think of 4D pants?
40 what?
4D pants, fourth dimensional pants.
Pants that are 4D?
Yeah.
I never heard of that.
So
bro.
basically, like you turn them inside out to put them on.
I've never heard of that.
You never heard of 4D pants?
You're turning them inside out just to put them on?
Yeah, because it's like, because they gotta be horizontal instead of vertical, and that's how. Because when you think about it, the fourth dimension, in essence, is time. So if you have a fourth dimensional object, it is by definition a time traveling object. So basically, via 4D pants, you will be able to access any point in space and time
The fuck, where you got this from,
on a
man?
whim. I do a lot of research into these things. These are very
You
educated.
gotta put me on to this shit, man.
So fourth dimensional pants, it's kind of like a top secret project, only
Yeah.
a few of us know about. But
This is top secret, guys.
You'll be
Y'all hear
hearing
me?
about it sooner or later.
Only this part of your body goes to the future.
No, anything that's connected,
fucking done.
to the
Different
fourth
shit.
dimensional object in question.
Is there not a 4D shirt that you can wear with this shit?
Yeah,
Well, that would be
that's
more
what I
difficult
pair
know.
of
to
4D
make.
A 4D
sneakers.
That'd be more difficult
So
to make.
we go to
40
the
4D pants
track.
are
fourth dimension that
40
we at
pants.
least
40 pants
be
are coming
stylish.
first.
4D tracksuit or some shit.
Or like a
40 Bruce Lee jumpsuit.
Right? What the fuck? That's some new shit, bro. I never heard of that.
What's your favorite animal?
My favorite animal, bro, I would say, I would probably say in between a lion and an elephant.
Oh, okay.
You want to know the reason why?
Well, lion's pretty self-explanatory, but what about elephant?
Elephant, I would say, is because it brings peace.
Oh, it's a
You
symbol
know,
of peace.
and it's like,
the
and it's
year
a
of the
big
elephant.
beast and it's hard to take down. And
Well, why not
only that,
like a
but they-
giraffe, like a gentle giant?
A
kind of
giraffe?
thing. Like a giraffe can kill anything at
Shit,
once,
man.
but it's a pacifist.
No,
until provoked.
a giraffe can use its size to dominate, but
Like
there's not
one,
shit
a
that's
giraffe,
harmful about
a
it.
giraffe bends down
And
and
has a
like
long-ass
kicks
neck,
you
yeah,
with
that's
its
about
with its
it.
head. Like you're not gonna survive that.
Yeah,
You know.
that's
What's
what-
up,
You want to be in
bro?
the podcast? All right.
You better
You
look
can
at
introduce
that.
yourself.
Yeah, you can just come over here. You can
Chris Kringle's bringing the tickles. Yeah, he'll have his own episode soon enough. Ah, jeez.
Just double click the double
click.
tap the back.
Double tap.
Yeah, try to like.
There we go. Anyway, what about like jellyfish though?
Jellyfishes, bruh. And I hate jellyfishes. Back in the Virgin Islands, you don't want to get stung by
What?
those, bruh. Sometimes there's like a nesting season type shit. Where like it's a shitload of jellyfishes
Nesting?
just all over. Like it's kinda,
You talk about sea turtles?
No, I'm saying
The jellyfish-
Not literally nesting, but it's just like a
Jellyfish
they-
nesting season is all year.
It's like they breed a lot. You know what I'm saying? And it's
That's all the time.
There's a shitload of jellyfishes all over, bro. So
Well, that's
they- they-
just Florida. Like I've been to New Jersey and it's jellyfish free.
yeah, so I feel like it's a Caribbean. It's more in the Caribbean. I wouldn't say.
Yeah, the jellyfish are more like tropical.
Yeah, so like, them bitches be, but it's they're small, you know what I'm saying? And they
Yeah.
catch people off
when I
guard,
was in Kenya.
sting them.
It's an
You was in
actual
Kenya for
elephant. But do you have pictures of an actual jellyfish?
Why would I?
But-
you have,
but
you
you
have
see,
a
that's
selfie with you with
Bro,
the
that's the
jellyfish.
thing, you don't really
would
see
be
them like
too
you
close to a
gotta-
jellyfish.
Bro, they blend in with
If
the
you
water
got a
so well.
picture,
Like,
That's why it would be
jellyfish.
impressive.
Usually don't notice the jellyfish till you like stepped on it or something.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If-
bro,
I
they
mean,
blend
if
with
it's
the
like
water so
that-
well, dude. Like you don't really see them bitches until like
You
you're close approach.
ever do deep sea diving in the Pacific
I
Ocean?
can't. I don't, boy. Deep sea diving. I can't
you
do
took
it
that
for
video?
shit.
Yeah.
That shit look like
That's
some
fire
shit off
shit.
of
I can't.
National
I can't deep sea
Geographic.
dive for shit, bro. Like I got stung by like fucking what's the name of those
Stingrays?
no.
That's what killed the fucking alligator hunter, man.
Oh, you
Wow.
talking
Crocodile
about
hunter, stingray.
There's a lot of those back home too. Back in the
That's
Virgin
what
Islands, there's a
killed
lot,
fucking
bro.
the alligator,
Yeah,
Steve
yeah,
Irwin.
you're right.
I've seen people
Basically,
hold
the
those
closer
too.
you get to the
Some people
equator, the
hold
more
those.
obstacles there are.
They're not even like
They're,
the most dangerous thing that
it's-
you've ever dealt with.
Stingrays don't fuck around, but I've seen people hold them, but they hold them a certain way so they don't get stung.
With that
You know
tail.
what I'm saying?
That
Yeah,
shit-
once
that
it's
tail
stale and hit you, boy, you don't want to play with that. It's fuck, I forgot the name. They're black and then they got like fucking needles on them.
Oh, the urchin?
Sea urchin. Yeah. I got stung. I used to get stung by those, bro. I pull up pictures up. I can't die,
It's
bro.
like
'cause
blowfish and like stuff like that.
blowfish. You would.
It's
It's
a
rare
little
to see a
puffer
blowfish
fish.
out there, but you would see them though.
But not like
It's
by
rare.
the coast.
You gotta be in the
but-
deep. Yeah, you gotta be fishing and shit.
What about like shrimp?
Shrimp.
What do you think about
It's
shrimp?
rare to see shrimp out there too. You gotta be fishing.
Yeah, but
gotta
what do
go
you
in
think
the
about
deep.
shrimp?
I love shrimp. but I, there was a point in time where I was allergic to that shit, and that shit was like I would have like a itchy reaction.
So you got
My
over
throat,
your
bro.
shrimp allergy?
It's weird, man. I
You
don't
can
know,
grow
bro.
out
The
of
human,
allergies.
the human body, the human body
You
is a
can grow
weird
out
thing,
of
bro.
stuff.
Because at some
Your
point,
body
Well, like if
changes.
you're
That shit's-
lactose intolerant and then you just like keep consuming dairy like every day,
No.
eventually.
And your body changes.
your body changes. Yeah, like at some point I was allergic to it, and then like just out of nowhere it just stopped. You know what I'm saying?
If you're
No,
allergic
some
to
shit.
shrimp, you think you'll be allergic to roaches?
Sea roaches? Oh, roaches.
Sea
in general?
roaches?
They say shrimp is like sea roaches. So if
Sea
you're
roaches?
allergic
Says
to- if
My
you're
brother
allergic-
used to eat that shit.
If you're allergic to
I'm gonna-
shrimp, then you might be
I'm gonna
allergic
need
to
a works
roaches.
cited page
sea
on that
ro-
one.
Or like
Google it. You can Google it. You can
Or
Google
like-
it.
or like
It's
crabs
easily-
and shit,
it's easy
right?
Googleable.
Crab.
Googleable.
Shellfish is what you're thinking of.
or like shellfish
It's a
or like
shellfish
crabs and shit,
allergy.
because they're all bottom feeders. So like, nah. To be
Well,
honest,
it's a
nah. 'cause
derogatory.
like, bless you.
But if bless you.
And why is lobster so goddamn expensive?
Out here.
But if I had to
Out here,
think
bro,
about it though,
it's expensive
like
as fuck.
if it's a bottom feeder, then what it's eating, if it's eating
Yeah.
the trash that's in the sea, it's probably still cleaner than the trash
Eating
that's
like
on Earth.
plastic.
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
well, I'm saying like if
Like
they said that it
water.
eats like the poop of all the other animals and stuff.
From the fish. But I tell you something though, there's something in the seawater that naturally cleanses a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what the
that
fish are
sodium.
eating? All
That
natural
part,
stuff.
yes.
So-
Yeah,
Everything
algae-
is being
algae-
recycled
They
naturally.
should
algae
eat
is just sea
with plants
plants.
and algae and other
Yeah.
fish. Yeah.
So when you really think about it, it's not as bad as people might
they
think.
just
it
try
is.
to make it seem bad.
So
Yeah.
Chris, what do you think about 4D pants?
About
Done.
40
Knowing what you know now, why don't you explain it?
about 40
bro, I
bands.
still don't get.
Give
I
us a
still don't get it,
PowerPoint
bro.
presentation.
No,
on
we
how
don't
I'm
to
sorry,
use
bro.
it.
Like
I'm
size
the wrong
40
person.
pants?
We're still trying to wrap our mind around the
yeah.
backwards 4D pants that
I'm-
take you to the fourth
Backwards?
dimension.
I was about to say, because I
Backwards.
used to wear a size 40 pants when I was in like 8th
No,
grade.
4D
No, he's saying
pants.
4D, like 3D,
Fourth,
4D.
fourth
fourth
dimensional
dimension.
pants.
Bro,
Yeah.
I feel like dimensions span infinite in different directions. Like I don't feel like
The fourth one does.
like we don't look at things in like the like up and down, left
Well,
and
we,
right.
we live in the
like
third
they also
dimension.
go diagonally and you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah, yeah.
other directions and shit like that. Like I feel like we could be transitioning into another dimension. Like we would have to. It's
Well, when the Andromeda Galaxy collides with the Milky Way, then we'll have an opportunity to descend to the fifth dimension.
what is that supposed to
And
happen?
so then we can wear the 4D pants.
Well, we can wear the 4D pants whenever we want, but you have to have
This is
access
some
to
crazy.
it.
I never heard that shit. Man.
What
Like,
is that
this man said some 4D pants.
Andromedon,
Put me like. Can you
Andromeda
reiterate that, bro,
Galaxy.
so we can understand?
Galaxy supposed to collide with the Milky Way.
I think like 150 years, something like that. But time will be irrelevant after that point, because time will be moving in all directions simultaneously.
Time is just how we
So,
it's like how
time
we
is a human
understand-
construct.
It's
It's
a
what we
human
perceive
concept. It's
it
how
to
we
be.
understand and perceive what's going
Bro,
on
that-
around us.
Yeah, that's really just a man-made thing, bro.
The
If you
sun
think
coming
about
up
it.
and when the sun comes down.
Because yeah,
Time-
exactly.
Time was
That was
just
something
made
a
up
man made.
to get money, so that
But
corporations.
money, bro. When you really think about money, that's fake too.
And some,
Well,
and-
obviously, yeah,
You know what
it's
I'm
a
saying?
human
But-
invention.
Money
Because
doesn't really
paper's a
cost shit.
human
That's just
invention.
something to be able to develop a system.
originally everything was bartered. Like I have
Exactly.
something of value and I trade you.
Like,
something
I'll
of
trade
value.
you 3 goats
Exactly.
for,
2 pigs.
you know,
It's
or
just
some
to create
barley
value.
or some
Yeah.
corn or some shit.
That's really just a tool, bro, just to do shit.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's really.
But then
what
somebody
it is.
eventually figured
They
out how
still
to
do
get all
shit
the
like that in
pigs,
some
and all the
countries.
cows and all the corn, and then just be like, here, you take these little pieces of paper.
It's just crazy how like $100 bill costs the same amount to manufacture as a $1 bill. It's the
Right?
same
When you really
size, it
think
has the
about it,
same
right?
material and everything. It just has 2 extra zeros
That's what
on
I'm
it.
saying. So when you really think about money has no value, it's just a system
Bro, the
that's used to create value, bro.
the concept that was really brought up, that was
Crazy as
interesting,
fuck.
was the fact that we borrow money from the Federal Reserve, right? So they make all the money, and then they put interest on the money that they make. How are we going to pay back the money that they put interest on without borrowing more money, which is going to have more interest? Like, it's a perpetual system.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
there's
And it goes on and on.
Where's
and
the
on.
end of that system? Like,
And
you
it's
get what
on
I'm
and on
saying?
and on. Yeah.
Good night.
Oh, have a good night,
Oh,
bro.
what?
Sleep
Night.
well.
Is it 9 o'clock
crazy as
already?
fuck.
Yeah, it is.
It's past your bedtime.
I'm not gonna lie. In the next like 10-15 minutes, I'm finna be mad.
TV time.
TV time.
Oh, yeah, just relax. Wind down.
Put on your 40 pants.
Nah, that's when you
40
take off
pants.
the 40 pants. You go relax.
I'm just saying, like,
You put on your
body
5D
like
pants.
only gets dimensionally
What?
sent only halfway if you only have pants on. What the fuck?
Well, no, you'd have to
What
have
if
a
you have
shirt
on
on, too.
overalls, though?
Huh?
What if they're overalls?
No, they're
That's what I'm
not.
saying. We were
They're not.
talking about a
Overalls are still-
tracksuit.
They're like jeans, basically.
He
Overalls
said
are still
4-dimensional.
Yeah,
pants.
but the fourth dimensional pants by design are like jeans, basically. That's what they are.
So designer.
They're
jeans?
like blue and like a cloth material.
Oh.
Are they designer?
You gotta put me on it. I gotta Google
Tell me
that.
what designer
They're
jeans.
pants. That's all I know.
Are they
That's all.
French?
That's all they told me.
Are they fresh? Because I don't need to wear fresh shit.
He's right.
I mean, they've like they're
That's
still
fine.
being invented, so it's the newest invention.
Fresh, I mean, you know.
I mean, I
you
might.
rock
I,
it.
I,
look,
can
look,
probably
look,
rock-
look.
Can I wear one with my Nike?
Look,
That's
fam,
it.
look. Yeah, fam. Oh wait, no. What the fuck is this?
What?
I
Taking a picture? What is
like
it?
all the
4D. No, I was
joggers.
looking at it, dude.
You just Google image
The fuck
40
is this?
pants.
Yeah.
No, Google doesn't know about it yet. It's an
Mhm.
it's an underground. You gotta be in the know to know. You gotta be like in
Look at this
certain
shit. Is this it?
in
This
certain
is
discourse communities.
Discord communities.
Discourse
Oh,
communities.
discourse.
Yeah. It's an English literature term.
Discourse.
Anyway.
No, I'm pretty sure I've heard of the term before. I just don't recall like the meaning for it. But yeah, man.
So, would you rather live on Stuvian 4 or Stuvian 7?
Stuvie what?
Stuvian 4 or Stuvian 7?
Stuvian 4 and
planets.
Stuvian 7?
Yeah.
I never heard of those planets in my life.
Why you never heard of the Stuvian system?
No.
What about you?
That, bro?
If I had to choose, it'd probably be like Nibiru.
But that's not in the Stuvian system.
I know, but if I had to choose, that's
See,
what
nah,
I'd
I've
do.
never heard of those systems ever. Bro.
You heard of Nibiru though, right?
Never
What?
heard of those shits, bro.
It's like half in our
I'm
solar
not like
system
a
and half in the next.
intergalactic
Yeah,
type.
they say that,
nigga, bro.
like-
No, it's not intergalactic. It's in like it's half in our solar system.
Oh,
its orbit,
it's
like
like-
half the
I gotta
year.
educate
When
myself
another,
more about it, bro.
it's like another galaxy comes within our galaxy, like in between the two galaxies, then it's like
Between the two solar
the
systems.
two solar systems.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, then you're
Yeah,
able
I've
to
never
travel
heard of that
to
in
that
my
other
life,
solar
bro.
system.
I need to get some more information on that.
And like the space feels different. Like once you cross the border,
Yeah.
it's like it's a different thickness.
Okay, but tell me
It's
the
like a
difference in
different
between the two, though. The Stuvian 17. and
Well, I've
Stuvian-
never been.
Yeah, but why would you ask me?
I just
If
wanted
you-
to know if
if-
you had an opinion.
I
I'm
thought
really
you knew.
impartial, but I just wanted to see if you had a.
No,
You know,
okay, well, how about you
opinion.
though? What would you think in between the two?
I mean, probably Stuvian 4 is like probably more. I mean, that depends if we're talking about like as a human or if I'm going to assimilate into a Stuvian specimen. Because the Stuvians prefer Stuvian 7 hands down. Stuvian 4 is where they send like the outcasts, basically.
Yeah.
But Stuvian 4 would be more suitable for human life if you're into that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
the body
That's
of
what
a
I'm used to.
Stuvian. The body of a Stuvian is very different than that of a human. So Stuvians and humans could basically coexist
I
on
was gonna say, so-
Stuvian 4.
Yeah, but when you say if that's something what we used to, so what does that mean?
Would it what?
If that's something that we're used to, what do you mean by that?
Like it would be a habitable planet, like similar in its genetic makeup to Earth.
Okay, so but that's what we're used to though, because we
Yeah,
we're humans.
that's more suitable for a human body. You know what I'm saying? But if you're gonna
Oh,
also if
okay,
you're gonna
yeah, I know what you
assimilate,
mean, yeah.
if you're gonna
If
live
you're
there
not-
as a Stuvian being, then your
Okay.
needs are gonna be different than a human would have.
I
You know
know.
what I'm
Okay,
saying?
yeah, I understand. What
Like
you're
you hear about
saying.
like
That makes sense.
the Great Race of Yith.
No, I've never heard of that shit.
Yeah,
either,
look-
bro.
you ever
gotta
read?
educate me on that.
You ever
bro.
read
Never-
H.P. Lovecraft?
No, I don't.
Oh man, you're missing out. The Shadow Out of Time.
No,
Dude, it's
bro.
some trippy
That's
stuff.
some deep shit, man.
It's some trippy stuff.
You're into some deep shit, man.
Dude lived 153,000 years.
This is real? How do you know this is real?
You can't prove it's not real.
I never heard of this
It's
shit in
out
my
there.
life.
This shit will rip your mind apart. It'll blow it into many pieces and scatter it across the multiverse. But yeah, basically that's that's the kind of stuff that by nature I bring onto this podcast.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah, I never heard of that, man.
Alright,
Yeah, no. That's the
Where-
first time I've ever heard of that, brother.
how many what's your favorite color?
Red.
Red?
Yeah. How about yours, man?
Somehow I knew that.
What you mean? Yo, don't tell me you know any fucking witchcraft, bro. You scared?
No,
me?
I'm not. I'm just saying. I kind of guessed that.
Yeah, what's your
I'm
favorite
gonna tell
color?
him first. I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna text it to him, matter of fact.
I'm gonna text him.
Text him my favorite color. Alright. Tell me.
Let's see.
Well,
Let's
but
see
this
if your
guy's
sorcery
easier
power-
though. He's a little more of a wild card, Mr. Crinkles. But
Okay.
but you like as soon as I saw you, I was like, oh yeah, red for sure. Like,
Let's see how much of your sorcery works. Let's see if it's effective. What is it?
it could be one of like 3 things.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and. But there's 256 colors.
Okay.
So if I get it in 3 guesses, I think that's impressive.
There's probably 256 colors to our eye. You know what I'm saying? If we
Well,
had-
there's tens of thousands of colors. There's infinite colors,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah,
But
there we go.
you know, as far as the ones that unless you are like a Yithian transplant or something like, then you know if you've just been a human all your life, then you've only experienced 256 colors.
Well, no one would really know. Well, I have a. See, what if you have been a human your whole life, but you've been somewhere else that had more colors, so you have more colors embedded because you can't.
No, the
unlearn
human
something.
eyes are only capable of processing 256 colors. So if you saw a color that's not in there,
Yeah.
like
What
it's
if
been
you met
scientifically
somebody
proven.
that was able to upgrade your eyesight, though?
Well, you'd have to upgrade them to alien eyes. Then,
Well,
basically.
what if you encountered
Because-
somebody that was able to upgrade?
Are you
your
are you
eyesight?
trying to imply that that's what happened?
I'm not implying anything at all. If that's what you're gathering, then
I'm gonna have to see your ocular registration number.
I'm gonna have to see
It's
your.
like the registration number.
But so that's how they do it, man. That's how they do it on Stuvie and 7.
I don't know if you're qualified to even see or ask for that information, to be honest. But,
It's the only way to prove you're not bluffing.
yeah,
You know?
you gotta
Anyone can claim that.
You got to be qualified to even.
Anyways, so your favorite color, I'm gonna go ahead and say black.
That is a favorite color.
It's like in the top 3.
Yeah, that is up there. That
Okay.
is in the top 3.
Yellow.
Nah.
Ah, man.
Negative.
Lost you with that one.
Negative. Yeah, that one's not in the top 3.
You got one more try, bro.
Blue.
I
Close.
do like blue.
Yeah,
I do
everybody
like
likes blue. It's
Yeah,
a
I do
safe
like
guess.
blue. I do like blue. I feel like you're just saying colors that you see I'm wearing.
No, I
Yeah.
swear, I swear. Like, he's not wearing red, but I knew immediately.
Yeah, that was close though.
Well, I guess I'm
What
supposed to
kind
keep
of
going.
looking
Green?
Nah.
Yeah, it's really, it's
Nah, that's
orange.
4 tries though.
No.
That's 5 tries, bro. But you
If
fine,
anybody's
you
guessed
fine,
at this
bro.
point, white.
No.
That's it, bro. That's like what, 7 tries?
That was like 2.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was 2. Yeah, keep going.
Brown,
Nah.
purple.
Yeah.
It's purple?
Yeah.
It took you what, like 9 tries?
Oh, man. So it's halfway between blue and black.
It's blue and red, yeah. Yeah.
Blue and red, yeah, that's what I meant, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since your color of royalty.
Yeah,
What?
so Fam, I was gonna ask you, like, have you like released any episodes yet?
Just the first one.
Okay.
This is a new pod. This is on a new channel. Because like my other channel, this podcast wouldn't be very suited. It wouldn't really go well with the other content I have on there.
Yeah,
But
he did one with Phil, man. He told me Phil was high as fuck. Imagine that Phil. When he's high,
it devolved into chaos very quickly. But I went with it. I mean, there was no dead air though.
Yeah.
It was just like constant.
He's just constantly
yeah.
talking,
So it's
constantly
like that's fine because your only enemy in podcasting is dead air.
It's dead end.
So as long as you keep talking,
But people
it
are
doesn't
proud of
really
it. Have you
matter what
noticed
you're
that?
saying.
With a lot of podcasts, so it's rare, but some people run the whole thing. But they be cutting.
Oh well, yeah. If you're gonna
Yeah,
do
it's
that,
weird.
but I just don't. You know, I have a busy lifestyle, so I don't really have the kind of time to like listen back to it and go like
Oh.
chop things out and do. You know, I just
You
kind
chop
of
it just
like
like that, yeah.
yeah, basically. I mean, every once in a while, like if I feel the need, like to
You
cut
just
out a
drop it
small
unedited?
segment, or well, sometimes I'll edit. It depends if it calls for it. You know, like Phil's episode, I kind of just uploaded it as is because I thought it
I
was
gotta
so.
see-
It was
I
just
gotta
so
see this shit.
entertaining to me. It was
I
so
got-
entertaining that I was just like, you know what? If he's proud of this, then I'm just gonna
I got to
gonna
see
like
this
let
shit.
that be his representation. You know.
Yeah. I got to see that, man. You gotta send me that.
Well, it's on YouTube, man. It's public.
Yeah, well, you
You
gotta
just
send me
gotta
that.
you just gotta like
What's
get
up,
subscribed to the channel.
Alright, most definitely, I'm gonna subscribe. I gotta see that. shit.
I created a new channel for it.
Tell them your YouTube channel again.
Well, they're watching it on the YouTube
Okay,
channel.
but what is it for the whole world to see?
It's,
'Cause I might share it to other people.
It's House
And I might probably do like a little snippet or some shit.
House
Or a
Pod
short
D.
video of some shit, you know what I'm saying?
Here
And I'm
it
gonna tell
is.
them mine. I mean, obviously it's yours, but
House Pod D.
House Pod D.
It's like
Pod.
House Pod, like podcast, but then parentheses D, so it's
Yeah.
also a House Potty.
Yeah.
House Potty.
Look, the lighting is way better here though. Big difference, bro.
Yeah, you get the ring light. Yeah,
You don't need that-
it's
you
just,
don't need that ring light,
it's
bro.
like it just adds to the aesthetic of just being like, what the fuck?
Smoking a pipe.
This is good. But yeah,
But yeah,
Catch
man.
you guys later, man.
all right.
Yeah, I'm actually about to roll up.
You could be the star of the next episode if you want. We
I'll let
don't
you
know.
know.
Alright, for
You guys
sure.
have a good night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same
you
to you,
too.
man. We have come to the end of the podcast. You know
Have
what I'm
we?
saying? Yeah, man. I gotta head out. It's like probably 9:20. But we've definitely touched some pretty interesting topics.
What are we gonna close the episode with?
Shit, man.
What's gonna be our grand finale?
The grand finale? It could be anything, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? I just let that shit be natural.
You gonna
man.
do like some like wacky stunt or something? You could do like a backflip or like a somersault.
Backflip?
or, like,
No.
Eat a hot pepper or something. Or
Eat a
like-
hot pepper? Nah. I don't really have anything in mind that I do that's like crazy or anything. You feel me?
You have like a secret talent or something, or like a weird.
Secret talent? I wouldn't say a secret talent, but I do have a talent. You feel me?
What's that?
Yeah, well, rap, you know what I'm saying? I could probably spit some shit.
All right. So take us out with the little
Alright.
podcast style.
Well, this is some shit I actually wrote. It goes like this.
Man.
Yeah, that's actually some shit I wrote. You feel me? I'm more of a writer than anything, so here it goes, man. It's some shit I wrote. It seems as if no matter how much you try, she'll never be satisfied. She got feelings for the moment, don't think your spot is solidified. To get a better view of life, I be keeping the combos minimized. With some folks, not just anybody. You feel me? So that's a little something right there. You feel me?
That's
a
their
little
free
something.
sample.
That's a little free sample.
Where can people find
That's-
you on
that's-
social
that's-
media
that's-
if they
that's
want
a
to see
lemon
more?
pepper. All right, so y'all
You got them hooked on it now.
All right, well that's the lemon pepper freestyle. Subscribe
Oh,
to
I've
my
seen that.
YouTube
I've actually
channel.
watched all your videos.
Oh, for real?
Not to, I don't mean to
Appreciate it,
interrupt you or
man.
anything.
Yeah. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's MAUDI. That's a lemon pepper freestyle. It's probably like a couple of bars to that. You know what I'm saying? So y'all already know what the fuck is up, man. The name of this episode, what was it again, bro?
Smoking a pot of culture.
Smoking a pot of culture. The first one was a smoking a pot of coffee. This is smoking a pot of culture. We got a VI man here, you know what I'm saying? My boy from Port St. Lucie.
There you
My
go.
boy from Detroit, but he's been out here in Florida for a minute. My boy who's also, well, he's from New York, you know what I'm saying? And he has like Puerto Rican descent. So we've had different cultures here and different
Yeah,
topics.
Chris is
you know
from
what I'm saying?
Detroit.
Yeah, but he's been out here for a hot minute too. So we all got different, different vibes and different cultures and shit. So, but his people actually got Guyanese, you feel me? So my people are from the Dominican Republic, but I'm actually from the Virgin Islands, like I mentioned before. So we all have different cultures and shit. And I hope you guys learn some shit and seen different things that you've never really like heard about before. You know what I'm saying, yes, sir.
All right.
We out.